Hi, everybody. This is Pallavi from Our Better Planet. We are chatting with Harneet, the co founder of Kosha Yoga today. And we are going to be speaking about the International Yoga Day, which is upcoming on the 21st, and how yoga can really help you with your physical and mental well being. So, let me just give me a second and I will add Harneet. We're having some issues with adding her, so please bear with me. Hey,
Hi,
hi!
Palak. Yeah, I'm happy
Finally.
we were able to get over that little technical glitch.
Yes, yes. I'm so glad. I was wondering what to do because I tried adding you so many times and it was just not working out.
Yeah, but I'm glad we're both here now, can hear each other, see each other.
Yes, yes. How are you?
I'm great, happy to be here. How are you?
Welcome. I'm good. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we finally figured this out. And we are almost so close to the International Yoga Day. So I'm sure you guys are
Yes,
keeping very busy also with multiple things happening.
absolutely.
Would you like to
Absolutely.
talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we celebrate yoga each day with our brand, Kosha Yoga, by doing our bit for the people, planet, and everyone in between. But yoga is the International Yoga Day is one such day which gives us an opportunity to celebrate it even more.
Correct.
And we are not doing anything different on International Yoga Day except just celebrating our brand and everything that we stand for. Yoga is not just, we sell yoga mats, yes, but yoga is not just practiced on the mat, yoga is practiced off the mat as well. And we try to kind of propagate that philosophy through the activities that we do and the way we conduct business.
Correct. Yeah. So that's what I thought will help our viewers and our consumers a little bit to get an understanding of the beyond exercise bit that yoga enables people to experience, because it's not just about the asanas and the stretches that normally people associate yoga with, and
Yeah.
it's almost termed as something which is like a workout, but I personally feel that it's something which should be part of your daily routine, because and not termed out as like an hour that you give to it, because that
Yeah.
breathing and the asanas, if you spread it over
Absolutely.
the day, then it makes it more meaningful, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you have a better view of all that.
Yeah, so what I think an Instagram worthy quotation comes to my mind that yoga is not a workout, it's a work in. I don't know how much everyone can relate to that, but it pretty much summarizes how holistic yoga is and how it's applicable to different facets of our life. You could be, doing yoga on your mat for 45 minutes and then blowing off your lid at a colleague at work. So that's not practicing yoga, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, that if you're really, really mindful of how you're performing your daily tasks, like washing utensils, you could be meditating while you're doing that. It's known as
Hmm.
mindfulness. When you are totally present in the moment, that is yoga, right?
True.
So even if you do not get time to exercise, to work out, you can practice yoga in many, many different ways, for which you don't need time, for which you don't need a mat, for which you don't need fancy clothes. You just
Yeah.
need to be mindful and totally present in the moment.
Yeah, I think that awareness is so important, and that's how it all, I mean, holistically, it all translates into the general sense of sustainability and awareness,
Right.
that should be a part of your life, and it should not be like an effort on a daily basis, right? That you're trying to
Yeah.
really match up to something, or trying to figure out that, how do I keep myself in the like follow a trend. So I think yoga is far
Yeah.
away from that. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's so true, right? With when you talk about sustainability also, and with yoga, I think it's a lot about consistency, and that's the same thing with these sustainable practices that we want to imbibe and adapt. Yeah,
Yeah, speaking about sustainability, one of the teachings of yoga is ahimsa, right? Non-violence,
yeah,
and non-violence is something that we have imbibed into our brand so inherently that it just comes naturally to every product idea that we have, every product improvement that we are thinking of. We always think of how can we do this in a way that has least impact on the environment, on society? How can we, maybe improvise the environment around us and the people around us?
correct.
So, for example, our yoga clothing line, known as Butter, is made out of regenerated fishing nets. So you're basically wearing a pair of pants which were earlier polluting our oceans,
Mm-hmm.
and that to me is ahimsa. We are reducing the impact of violence caused by plastic pollution in the oceans. We are saving lives of marine animals and flora, fauna, corals. And that's how I feel we are practicing and living out the teaching of ahimsa. And nowadays, there is a lot of talk about eco-friendly, sustainability, organic, and many such buzzwords. But it's all about taking those words and putting all your efforts behind them to give them some meaning. They should not just be words. And
Correct.
I feel like through our yoga clothing line, specifically, we are contributing to reducing ocean pollution, to reducing the amount of plastic that is there in on our planet, and putting it to good use.
Correct, correct, and I think that's why we kind of at Our Better Planet we wanted to sync up with you guys and have you guys onboarded is because I think there was a big synergy there.
Synergy. Yeah.
We were looking at multiple different facets which were easily getting satisfied on both the ends. So you guys were
Yeah.
looking at something wherein it's you're taking something which is from the trash and then you're creating something so beautiful out of it and which is so useful and which is enabling people to I don't know if clothing helps with yoga, I mean to for your mindset, but then it definitely puts you in that gear that
Yeah.
in that that it makes you happy that and
Definitely
comfortable,
motivates you. It definitely
motivates you.
motivates you on a slow
True,
day to get on your mat. If you see a pair of beautiful
true.
pants, you will get
Yeah,
that extra step in your step. Definitely. And even if that's a small way of contributing to, get people motivated and inspired to
true.
get on their mat, to do yoga, so be it. That's our contribution, right? Every drop matters.
Yes, yes. I mean, if even if you can get somebody to practice just breathing exercises on that, just because they want to try out the mat, and
Yeah.
that's great also because you're getting somebody to move towards it, and that every small step finally leads to something if done consistently. So
Yeah.
just to help understand a little better, what triggered the idea of kosha yoga? I mean, how did it all start? Is there a story behind it, or yeah, we would like to
Yeah.
know. That would be lovely.
So there is a story. I don't know how good a story it is, but there is a story. So it all started back in 2017, and I've always been a very, very passionate and enthusiastic about yoga.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for a good yoga mat. The yoga mats that I was using were they left much to desire.
Hmm.
And I knew that I was running through, like, I'd already bought 3 mats in a period of 18 months, which was not cool at all. And I
Hmm.
really started to look at what are the good mat options in India? And what I found was that the mats in India are basically made from not so nice materials for the environment. They're made of PVC, TPE, foam, which are not at all durable. So you need to buy more and more of them, especially if you have an intense practice. And the other option is to get a mat imported from
Mhm.
these various huge international brands, and you really end up spending money through your nose to pay for the shipping costs. And when I realized this dilemma that I was in, we identified, my husband and I identified that there is a gap in the Indian market. The Indian consumer needs access to a better yoga mat. And come on, India and yoga, it's an irony that
Yeah,
there were no good yoga mat brands here. And
correct.
it's too good an opportunity to pass. We both had other jobs, full-time jobs, but we knew we had to take it up because there was just something, it was calling out to us. And
Mhm.
that's how we started Kosha. And we spent about over a year, researching different types of materials and just building the brand story. What do we want to stand for? What is the brand ethos? And yes, that's how Kosha was born. We launched in July of 2017. We started off by offering, I remember, 3.5 millimeter microfiber yoga mats in 5 prints. So we've come a long way since then, thanks to our super loyal community and customers. Now we have 3 different types of mats: microfiber, pure align, pure couture. We offer them in different sizes for different genders. We have yoga clothing in yoga pants, and we're soon going to launch a more extended yoga clothing line. We have meditation products now, and we have a ton of yoga accessories. So we've come a long way since then, and to look back and see that we just started off with a gap in the yoga mat market. The more we've learned about the yoga, the typical yogi in India, we've really gotten more and more inspired to get the best products of unprecedented quality to them.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that because personally, in my experience, I wanted to. So I had a similar experience also, wherein I'm still continuously. I mean, because I also want to keep looking at different things and trying different options. I've tried a couple of mats, and one of the sustainable options that I figured, or the eco-friendly options that I figured was the jute coir mats. And I mean, there was a lot of talk around it, and I thought I'll try it out. But the problem is that it doesn't really hold you in its place. So
Yeah,
when you're practicing, you're skidding, and
yeah,
it's not a very comfortable practice because then your mind is not in the practice. It's more into where am I going with the mat. So what I'm trying to say here is that people are being told that this is an eco-friendly, and that's a perfectly eco-friendly option. But then when it comes to yoga, I think it's more about the option also being something which is very takes you into that zone of calmness more
yeah.
than more than being uh, uh, so eco-friendly or functionally useful. So that is, I think, very important.
Great point that you brought up, Pallavi, and I'm so happy you spoke about that because, we cannot label things as eco-friendly
Yeah,
by taking away functionality from it. So yes, you
correct,
are providing as a perfectly eco-friendly option in the form of a jute mat, but let's not forget that it's a yoga mat at the end of the day, and it has to
correct.
serve the purpose of being a yoga mat, right? So a lot of eco-friendly, options of products kind of trade off the functionality aspect, or sometimes the economics of the product in their bid to be eco-friendly.
True.
So with kosher yoga, that was exactly that. That was something that we were very, very aware of. We wanted
Hmm.
to create a mat that you don't have to think about when you are practicing.
Hmm.
The mat is there,
Exactly.
and all you have to focus on is your asana. Right? You don't have to
Correct.
worry about the mat slipping, the mat curling, the mat hurting your joints, the mat,
Yeah.
getting friction burns on your skin. So the product is so good that you never even realize it's there. And that's the
Correct.
hallmark. Right?
Correct. Yeah, I remember I had this big discussion with Alok when we were trying to onboard Kosha Yoga, and I had already had this experience with the other mat. So I wanted to ask and figure out that do you guys take these feedbacks into account? And then he told me that, of course, you guys are working with so many yoga experts and
Yeah,
practitioners and yogis that you already have those kind of inputs. I'm sure the other vendor has that too, but then as a I would call myself a novice. So as a novice, if I am not feeling, if I'm continuously being driven to thoughts of how am I really going to sustain this practice during my practice, then it's not a great feeling and definitely not a product to go for. So that's my only suggestion to people who are listening to us, that when you are looking at something to choose for, when you for situations like these, like yoga, or maybe it also can be about cooking, wherein nowadays so there's so many eco-friendly options available. It should also
yeah,
be you should always keep in mind the functionality bit, because eco-friendliness is definitely great, but then of course it should serve the purpose that it's supposed to serve also. So that is
absolutely.
important as well. Yeah.
So I'm glad you brought up the point of involving yoga teachers. So when I said that we spent a little over a year, before launching our first round of yoga mats, yoga teachers were a very important stakeholder for us,
Mm-hmm.
and they basically helped us test the product, improvise the product. They played a big role in designing the product. Of course, even I, being a regular yoga practitioner, I felt me being so heavily involved also helped, because I know that when you're in a downward dog asana, for example, your parents really have to have
Yeah.
leverage and action on the mat,
True.
and that leverage and traction actually helps you get deeper into the asana, right?
True.
So I knew that whenever we had a new sample, yoga mat sample ready, that's the first asana I would try. Or for example, a warrior, in which feet to slip side.
Correct.
So these, God is in the details, and we really had to focus on these small things. They're not really small, but we really had to focus on the minutest of details, and having yoga teachers accept me part of the process really helped us make sure that we are getting a buy-in from the most important stakeholders, which is the serious yoga practitioners, which quite frankly is our niche market. Most of our customers are people who have been practicing yoga for some number of years. And we also know that yoga teachers, your yoga teacher is a great opinion leader when it comes to you deciding what yoga products you should buy. So even for a
Correct.
beginner, they looking up to their yoga teacher to guide their product choices. So we
Mm-hmm.
knew right from the start that the yoga teacher, the yoga instructors are our most important stakeholder.
Correct, correct. And having, I mean, incorporating those inputs in the product is great, because like you said, if you're in a downward dog, your body is going into being pulled into two different directions. It cannot be a great experience. So I
Yeah,
think that's why the products are being adopted by people who have been into the practice for long, because they understand that, this is something which is going to give me that peace of mind when I'm actually in the practice. So that makes a lot of sense. And Harneet, just a little bit about, so I know that you have a young one at home. I'm not going to keep you here for very long, but I just want to, yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. So I just want you to throw some light on this myth around the fact that you should not exercise during your pregnancy, and then it can be risky and things like that. Because I know of a lot of women and a lot of doctors. I realized this during my second pregnancy also, that doctors are very averse, and they tell you that it's not safe. It's just not something that you should get yourself into. So just a little bit, because I know you practiced during your pregnancy. So just a few thoughts would really help our customers.
Absolutely. So I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. Please
Yeah.
seek medical advice for your pregnancy and any workouts, any physical activity that you're doing during your pregnancy. There are certain cases that need that special attention. But of course, if your doctor has given you the green signal, if everything is fine, you don't have any, it's not a high risk pregnancy or you don't have any complications, you need to move, right? It's going to help you have a better delivery experience, a better birthing experience, and also taking some time off for yourself while you are pregnant and kind of obsessing about all things baby can be can be really good for your mental health, right?
Correct.
So really, after getting a clearance from your doctor, please move. Prenatal yoga is a thing nowadays, and the prenatal yoga is basically yoga with certain asanas that we that are not considered safe for pregnant women. Except those, you just can do everything that you do in your regular yoga practice. It depends on your history with yoga practice, how many years you have been practicing for before you got pregnant, what were your fitness levels pre-pregnancy. That will determine what type of workouts and what type of physical activity that you can do during your pregnancy in a safe manner.
True.
So if you are someone who has not been exercising their life and now after you're pregnant you want to start, that may not be the best idea. But if you are
Yeah.
someone who has been doing some sort of physical activity, whether it be yoga, whether it be the gym, weights, whatever, you can continue that by reducing the level of intensity, right? All of
True.
this is after your doctor.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. I mean, if the doctor permits and if it's feasible, then it should be something that is a part of your daily routine because it really helps. I mean, it did wonders for me, so I just feel like always talking about it and telling people that it can help. But yeah,
Yeah.
to each their own, and to each because every body is different, every pregnancy is different. And then of course, like you said, it's very important how long have you been really doing it. So if you've been into it for a very long time, then I think the body is also used to it. But if you're starting
Absolutely.
right now when you're pregnant, then it might not be the best option
Yeah.
for you.
So
And
a
then there
great
are
advice.
other ways.
Please continue.
No, I was just saying that maybe the pranayams and the breathing exercises, probably starting from there, would be a better option. But yeah, again, I think it's more. I think it's great to invest in a trainer when you are pregnant because then you get the right advice and in a certified trainer so that you have
Yeah.
the right kind of a person advising you instead of just going to like these YouTube videos and stuff. It might not be very advisable.
Yeah, definitely. A great advice that I got from my gynac was that don't try anything new right now, right? You
Yeah,
can do whatever you have been doing over the last n number of years at a lower level of intensity. But pregnancy is not the time to start a headstand practice, right? You have
true,
to
true, true. Yeah,
kind of just look at your personal history with fitness and just make it work for you. So yes, I think that is
right.
something that worked for me. I was pregnant during the lockdown. Exercise really helped me to give some structure to my day, which can be difficult when you're at home the whole day. It helped me with my mental health. Physical, obviously, the benefits are obvious, but it really helped me with my mental and emotional health during that time.
Yeah, that's great. And just to wrap it up, I'll quickly wrap it up, and we'll see if there are any questions. But
Yeah.
is there any tip that you want to give our listeners, just for them to start, give them that initial push towards not only yoga. I mean, I'm not suggesting people to get into yoga, but just an
Yeah.
active lifestyle and be a little bit more aware of
Yeah.
your the general surroundings, just about just be in the moment kind of a thing. How can you really do that? Just a
Yeah.
small tip or trick if it comes to your mind.
Sure. So
Yeah.
something that really resonates with me when it comes to physical and mental fitness is that the body benefits from movement and the mind benefits from stillness. So move your body and keep your mind still, right? And both of which can be achieved by any form of exercise that you do mindfully, right? I could be lifting heavy weights in the gym, but if my mind is totally there in the moment, present, I am meditating. I could be doing yoga and I am meditating. So the move your body and keep your mind still. That's the best way.
That's beautiful, but I'm sure it's much more difficult. I mean, it's pretty difficult to do that because when you're
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, but
So
it's
we can all
beautiful. I mean,
just
we should
aspire to do that. We can all be in pursuit of that. And
yeah.
as long as we're trying to go in that direction, we are all good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every step matters. Yeah. So that's great. That's great advice. Thank you so much. Let me just
Thank
look
you,
for
Pallavi.
any questions if they are there.
Sure. Yeah.
Uh, no, I think you have comments about your the things that you spoke about, and people have liked that a lot. And then somebody says that with pregnancy, yes, take the doctor's advice. Yes, that's what we mentioned
It's
also.
important.
So yeah, no questions. But thank you so much, Harneet, for talking to us and taking out time from your busy schedule. And all the best for 21st. I'm sure you guys will rock and have a great. I saw a lot of practices that are being done on that day, right? Different slots and stuff for sessions that are happening that day.
Yes, yes, definitely. So
Yeah.
everyone here can stay tuned to our page.
Yes.
We're always doing something exciting on Yoga Day. But as I said, we celebrate yoga every single day. So we kind of try to not make too much of a big deal about it because we feel that yoga should be 365 days a year, right?
True.
So, and it was my pleasure being here. Thank you so much, Pallavi, for giving me this forum, this platform to share my thoughts about the brand. Our Better Planet is doing excellent work. We have such an alignment with your brand and what you're trying to do. When we collaborated with you, it was we didn't have to think much because there was so much organic synergy there. So
Thank you
thank you
so
for doing the work
much.
that you're doing.
Yeah, the pleasure is all ours, and hope to stay in touch and see you soon. Yeah. Bye.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.